Stop calling and texting him if he is not calling and texting you back with your hard-headed self. You look desperate.
Be very careful what you say to a man who's in love with you. Because once he falls in love, his life is dedicated to you and the family that you're making together. So when you come home from work with tears welled up in your eye, and the man that's in love with you go, "What's wrong, baby?" And you go, "You know Larry from my job?" That's all that brother heard was Larry from your job.
Bro, you would rather a woman hate you than be indifferent towards you. Because at the end of the day, like, if she hates you and, you know, she's still willing to engage in passionate conversations and arguments, even if y'all, you know, fighting the whole way, you still got a chance, right? Because you still got some type of hold on her emotions, right? But when she's indifferent towards you, that means she don't care either way. She good. At that point, she checked out. And once a woman gets to that point, there is no turning back. She don't give a damn no more. It's over.
You have to be able to separate how you feel about someone from how someone makes you feel. Those are very different things.
By the way, I'm putting this on women, okay? If a guy comes to you and straightforward looks you in the face and he says, "I'm not interested in taking care of a woman right now," don't you dare think you can change him. Seriously dangerous.
Y'all up here wanting these women to be soft and feminine and sensitive with you, but you cheating on her, fucking with her mind emotionally, and you're wondering why she ain't soft and supple in this relationship. You provide her with a hard life and wondering why she ain't soft. She gotta pay half the bills, if not more. She gotta take care of the children. She's worrying about what DMs you with, what girls you sleeping with, and then she gotta come home and deal with your motherfucking attitude that's driven by ego and pride, and you talk to her all sideways, and you wondering why she ain't soft and feminine for you.
Whenever you meet a guy and you guys start talking, you want someone who can't wait to talk to you, spend time with you, get to know you, fall in love with you. Stop settling for bare minimum, lukewarm, not sure, indecisive men soaking up your time. This is the reason women are having such a hard time accomplishing their relationship goals, because men have creatively figured out how to get everything they want from you with bare minimum effort. They get your time, they get your attention, they get loyalty, they get prioritized, they get sex with bare minimum effort. If he's not coming to you with grown folks conversation, date night plans, adventures, kindness, and surprises, he's not worth your time. You are a grown woman over 30 who pays her own bills. You do not have time for baby boy behavior. Either he stands up and be the man that you need him to be, or sit down so that you can see the man behind him. In that order. We're not holding no seats.
Four signs a guy is serious about you. Number one, you are a priority and not an option. He makes decisions based on prioritizing you. He asks you first. He includes you in his life. He includes you in the decisions he's going to make, and he invests in you.
We have this idea that if someone doesn't want us, then they must be valuable. They must, you know, especially when we don't think we're good enough, when someone likes us, we're suspicious of them. We think there must be something wrong with you if you like me, because I'm not great. So you must not be great. You know, you can't be worth anything if you like me. Let me go and find someone who's worth something. And who do I think is worth something? The person who doesn't notice me, the person who doesn't want me, because I don't think very highly of myself. So if you don't notice me, you must be pretty cool.
At one point, I had gotten a little bit testy, I guess you would say, with them. And he looked at me and said, you know, is there something wrong with you? Are you on your period or something? You seem a little off. And I was so taken aback that I didn't actually respond. I had that like intense nervous energy. Then after about 10 minutes, I came back down. I just looked him square in the eye. I put both feet on the ground and I said, you ever speak to me like that again, and this meeting will be over.
A man that really loves you, he ain't playing about you at all. He wants to have a hand in every single aspect of your life. Like, he want to be in the know. He don't want it to be nothing that you're going through that he just has no idea about, and that he's not willing to pitch in and help. Like, there's so many women dealing with dudes too, they can't even call them when it's time to help them move. Or they can't even call them, like, if they get a flat tire or something like that. Like, they can't depend on that man to pull up on them. But a man that love you, like, bruh.
By the way, 50 Shades of Grey, worst thing that ever happened to humanity, sorry. It's not that it's a bad production. What it is that it continues to instill this goddamn overlay in women's heads that if I see a nightmare psychopath who loves domination, I'm gonna make me the exception. And that's how I know I'm special, is if suddenly that guy wants a baby. Trail of tears.
Your ex will only come back for 2 reasons when a breakup happens. The first is fear. Until your ex gets to a point where they are afraid of losing you, they will never come back. This is why all of the things that you say when you're trying to convince them and you're texting them is not going to work. Your ex does not care how you feel. They only care how they feel. And until you walk away and they get the sense that you're never coming back and they fear losing you, they will not come back.
Let him sit back and lose you. Let him go on with her. Let him think the grass is greener on the other side. Let him think that she's better than you. Let him take your love for granted and sleep on your worth, because in due time, he will realize the very big mistake that he has made. And in that time, it will be just enough time for you to accept that you are so much better without him.
Which is number 2, he's willing to invest his time, his talent, his resources, and his money in you. If he's not willing to invest those things in you, he does not value you on that level.
When you experience that kind of shit from a man in a room or any sort of powerful person sitting across from you, and you're called out like that, it's not about reeling back the emotion, it's about learning how to effectively communicate the emotion.
Women have to understand this. Y'all are hard-headed, and women don't listen. Sometimes.
That's a very likewise statement.
Coming
from a man saying the hard-headedness, I'm just saying that's a very likewise statement.
No, but it does not matter. What I'm trying to say is, she had 8 failed relationships. You're not going to sit here and convince me that it was not a safe space and guys don't like to talk. No, they're talking. She's not being receptive.
I may feel about a person that they are charismatic and adorable and intelligent and wise and fun, but they make me feel, or if they make me feel lonely and sad and anxious and stressed and questioning my value. That's the reality of my relationship.
And you need to pull back. So I'm going to tell you right now, pull back, okay? They're not texting you back because they're busy. They're not texting you back because they got other stuff going on. Maybe they're just not a big texter, or maybe they're just not as into you as you are into them. Whatever it is, I need you to read the room and get the message. You need to be filling your time with doing things that build you up, that edify you. Go on other dates. Hang out with friends. Take yourself on a date. Do things that fill your life up so that you're not sitting around here wondering why someone has not gotten back to you, baby. This is your life. Stop looking desperate.
The second reason, which is the most important, is pain. The only thing that will bring your ex back to you is when that distance, when you walking away causes them enough pain that they do not care about dating anyone else. They only want to talk to you. This is what your absence can do if you're willing to walk away and never look back. Peace.
Right? Everybody talks in different ways. If you have 8 failed relationships, you don't know how to listen. You do not know how to take direction. And direction is not like, I don't want to put that in a submissive aspect, but taking direction like maybe, hey, you know what? You need to just do this just this way. So then that way you get further in your life. And guess what? Maybe she doesn't listen in that regard. Hey, if you want for me and you to be better, I need you to do this so then I could give you that. Maybe she's not listening in that regard.
So you can think someone is a god, but if they make you feel like you're nothing, that's going to be your experience.
It don't matter what you do. You can come back as a reformed, perfect, wholesome church going guy. I just want to get this a realistic shot. It's over. her mind is already elsewhere. So you never want to let it get to that point, bro. Like when you got her in terms of where you can still get an emotional arousal, like you need to do what you got to do to make that right, get back with your woman. But once she reaches the point of indifference, cancel Christmas, bro. It's over. It is over.
The third thing is he allows you to get below the surface in knowing him. A lot of times when men get in relationships, they don't want that emotional connection initially because I don't want to make myself vulnerable, so I don't let you know who I am. I'll let you know what I do, but I'm not going to let you know.
Fall in love with someone who deserves your heart, not someone who plays with it. Let God make a man out of him first before you try and make a partner out of him. No matter how good of a woman you are, you will never be good enough for a man who is not ready, and you must understand that. When meeting someone new, ladies, take your time, because a relationship that starts fast end fast. Never allow a man to change who you are to become what they need. You will know when a relationship is right for you because it will enhance your life, not complicate your life. Find someone who could change your life, not just your relationship status. Don't let negative, toxic, broken men rip space in your head. Raise the rent and kick them out. And yes, for those men who will say, oh, she's bitter. Absolutely not. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the game.
So I don't want you to be outside of no type of situation where you feel uncomfortable, or no type of situation where you feel less than, and I could have did something to change that, and I didn't. That's the difference. That's how you can tell, whether or not a man is really there for you, or if he's just there for something that he can gain from you. Because if he's there for just something he can gain from you, you're going to get what he can get, and then he's going to move around. But if he's there for you, he's going to go out of his way to ensure that you're in the most comfortable situations possible.